I'm in the doctor's office waiting room. They just called my name, but someone else got up and went back. Oh, man, I can't imagine that. Now it's been 20 minutes, and I'm the only one left in the waiting room except an old woman who was parked by the nurse's door to yell at everyone who goes in before her. You don't look sick. Do I go tell them that they made a mistake? What if they're just busy? How long do I wait before I become the same as this old woman? I live here now, I suppose. That's from Darn in Denver.
This feels like a piece of paper you find crammed between two stones in the doctor's office.
Yeah.
That's so hard because it's really hard living in a society. We can all accept that. It's a common theme of our program, but it's especially hard when it very clearly broke down on everyone.
Yes.
We can all agree that it broke down. And I don't know how you get out of that. It's hard to admit to another person in the machine, like, hey, the machine's broke, and there's no recompense for that. There's no way out of it.
This fear that I will infer here that you're feeling, because I have felt this many times, this fear of like walking up and say, oh, I think there's been a mistake. I think I was, and they're like, no, there's no mistake. You'll be back soon. Just sit back down.
Like 100%. Oh, God. There's no doubt in my mind that is 100% verbatim tone and everything. They would sound like my brother. That's how sure I am that is the exact response you would get. Mistake.
Just sit down. We're going to call you in a minute. And you're like, oh, no, I have to go.
Because it's the doctor, right? If the doctor's like, we just let anybody back there, no matter what name we call, whatever, it's all bullshit. Like, the next, what else are they making up, right? What else are they just, like, pulling out of their asses?
Because you would think that if they called your name, if it was like, Dan, and somebody else went back and they weren't Dan, that mistake would be found out pretty quickly.
Are they getting all your fungus medicine? What if there's none left for you?
Because they're eating it for fuel.
They're eating all your fungus medicine and smuggling it out in their bellies.
Now, let me say
the other
this.
side of this, too, is also bonkers that if someone calls Dan and someone's like, well, I'm Jim, but yeah, you know what? I'm going.
I'm Jim, but I'm in a hurry. I'm Jim in a hurry.
Flip side, there are worse places to live now. There are worse places to live. If you have a whoopsie, you're very close to somebody who can patch that right up for you, I hope.
And all the highlights magazines you can
the highlights you can read. There's the goldfish probably, and then you have all those beads that you can push around on the little pipes. Gosh, those are freaking fun.
The hospital Sid works at has killer bacon.
Yeah. And apparently, you have a new friend sounds like a very judgmental old woman.
Yeah, let's get there. Let's get to her.
Yeah,
okay, what is she doing?
Yeah.
You don't look sick.
That sucks.
Well, it might be a compliment. It might be like, hey, I want you to know you probably feel really bad right now, and oh, thank God you came in to take care of yourself. Listen, I appreciate it. I'm sure all your loved ones appreciate it. I want you to know, in case you were worried about it, you don't look sick. You look.
You're not showing it.
You look great. You look great. I hope you get better, because I understand that sometimes illness is invisible, and I'm glad you've taken care of yourself. This old woman is great.
Yeah, she's good. I'm with Trav. This one kicks ass.
Did you think that maybe she was a bad egg maybe for a little bit? When you originally thought about it, wrong?
Yeah.
Did you think that maybe she was kind of a bad egg?
Yeah, like the pigeon lady in Home Alone 2.
You can't just start talking about Home Alone.
But I'm just saying, like, when you first, because Kevin first sees her, he's like, oh no, she's a bad-un. But then by the end, it's like, oh no, she's actually very sweet.
Right, at the end when she kills two men by throwing birdseed at it. How about a question from Yahoo?